Hello students, today I am going to explain a very important topic, that is Java arrays. In this session, we will learn what is an array, what is the use of array, need of array, types of array, and declaration and instantiation of an array. Let's see what is an array. Java arrays. As we know that array are used to store multiple values in a single variable. Simply, you can say that arrays are used to store multiple values in a single variable. As we know about the variable, that in a particular variable only we can store one value, like 1. If you will store 1, then 1 again. If you want to store 2, so 1 will remove from here. So what are the process through which in a single variable we can store multiple values? So this is with the help of array. In Java we can store multiple value in a single variable. Collection of values of similar data types, so that we can say that array is a collection of values of similar data type. Means similar data type of value can be stored in a single variable, but the value, multiple value can be stored but in a single variable, but that variable should be have a single data type. Now array in Java is index based. The first element of the array is stored at the 0th index, and second element is stored on the first index, and so on. For example, you can see here the array index always start from 0. This index is also called subscript. 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 Okay. Index, also known as subscript, the array index and subscript of an array always start from 0 to less than the length of the array. The length of array is 9, so it will go up to the less than 9. It means up to 8. Why? Because it starts from the 0. So suppose in 0th position I have stored 40, in 1st position I have stored 55, in 2nd position I have stored 63, in 3rd position 70, 17, and this is called index. So particular value we can use whenever we have required. So always you remember the first index of an array is 0 and last index is size or length minus 1. Length minus 1 means what? If the length is 9, so the index is, last index is 8. Now here one more thing you can see. Suppose the name of array is A. So if I will ask you what is the value of A2, in A2 you can access this particular value. So array also provide this type of facility that from a particular index you can use that value. Like A2, if you are using A2 plus A1, it means simply we can use A1 55 plus A2 63. So total sum. So directly we can access the element of an array through its index number or subscript number. Here this 2 is known as index or subscript, but this A and overall A2 A2 is called subscripted variable. So what is subscripted variable? Array name with subscript, name with subscript, variable with subscript, A1 subscripted variable. Variable is here but with subscript or with index. So index variable or subscripted variable both are same. Index variable, variable with index, and subscript variable, variable with subscript. This is all about the array. Now I will explain about the need of an array. That why array is used in the Java program. What are the benefit of using the array in Java program? So first, need of an array. Need of an array. Suppose you have to store name and marks of 100 student. Now see, name and marks of 100 students. You don't know the concept of array. What you will do? You will declare the variable 100 variable for name and 100 variable for marks. Now for this you will declare 100 variable for names and 100 variable for marks. So the total variable become 200. Now see the scenario. Name 100 name and 100 marks. For this what you will do? You will declare 100 variable for name and 100 variable for marks. So the total variable become 200. Now imagine what will happen if 200 such numbers are to be used in processing. Now 200 numbers or 200 variables you are using in a single program. So at the time of writing variable description and at the handling the programs, it will be very tough, and your logic will be so complex that you may not be able to handle the task smoothly. Why? Because to handle 200 variables, 300 variables, 400 variables, the logic will be so complex, and you may not be able to handle the task smoothly. So it will be problem for you. Now, what is the solution for this? Solution for this is only array. What we can do? We have a way we can store similar type of multiple values in a single variable. Similar type of multiple values in single variable. I explained about the array, that in array we can store multiple value of similar data type. That's how we call this collection of values of similar data type. So with the help of an array, we can store these 200 values in only two variable. One variable will be name like n and subscript, and marks and subscript. So this is the way. In n we can store 100 names, and in m we can store 100 marks. So in the place of declaring 200 variable, only with the help of two variable we can work smoothly in the Java program. Now you imagine that 200 variable or two variable. I will prefer two variable. I will prefer array only. Now let's see how to declare an array. So first, type of an array. There are two types that you have to learn: single dimension and multi-dimensional array. First, I will explain about the dimensional array, single dimensional array, then multi-dimensional array. Let's see first single dimensional array. To declare the single dimension array in Java, simply we'll use data type, bracket, and name of array, or data type, this bracket also you can give with this name, and data type, array, and also you can give. So three options are there. Also you can use here, here, or here. All options I have put here, so that it will be easy for you. Now to instantiate an array, to store the value or to store the memory dynamically in the computer memory, we use to instantiate it like new data type, and we have to allocate the size that how many numbers you want to store. If you will declare like this that array a or int a, so in this array we can store multiple value because size is not fixed here. How much value you want you can store here, but if we will give size 10, 20, 30, that means you are going to store that much value only. You are going to store 10 value only, 20 value only. Now I will explain you this Java array with some example. First, what I will do, I will declare an array of size 10. I will accept the value and I will print that value in different methods with the different methods. Now, first thing, let's see and come to the uh, BlueJ where I'm going to write the program. Void open editor, delete this, now save. Now I'm going to declare an array like RR. I've declared the size. In this array, we can store multiple value. What type of value like this equals to how much value you want, you can store like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How much you want, you can store here. This because the size is not fixed. So it's the direct initialization. This is called direct initialization. Direct initialization of an array. Now I want to print this element. What I will do, we can print like this system dot out dot print ln. Here we can write arr 0 plus a space plus arr 1, like that only we can write. See once output, no syntax error. Come here, void main 2 and 3. How, why 2 and 3? Because in 0 0 2 is there, and in 1 3 is there. But suppose all the numbers if we have to print, then that time we have to use array for that purpose. Sorry, loop for that purpose. Loop means we have to print all the numbers. I will start from 0 to the length of that particular array, and I will print all the numbers. So suppose I use 4 I, the index of an array is always start from 0, so that's why 0 I less than, we don't know the length, so I will write arr dot length I plus plus. Length is the property of an array. With the help of that we can find the length of an array. So here we don't know what are the size because how many values are there that we don't know. So we have to print all values. What we will do, simply we will use array length and we can print the value. So how many times the loop will execute? Less than length, but up to the length times because it start from the 0 and length always start counting from 1, so it will start from 0. It means less than length. Now here I will write err I. What it will print, it will print all the number which is present in an array. You want to see no syntax error. Once you compile this program, sorry, execute this program and see the, okay, I will print with a space. What I will do, I will take a space. So in the single line it will print, it will not take the multiple line, okay? And you can understand this easily. See, this value we have stored in an array, multiple value. Suppose this much values is there, that much variable will required if array will not be there. But in array, multiple value we are storing there, and all the values we can print like this. See here, 2, 3, 4, all the value you can match it from here. Why? Due to the help of this length property of an array. Now, suppose I want to find the sum of an array. So what I will do, I will declare a variable int sum, and the initial value of sum is 0. Now what I will do here, I will store sum equals to sum plus arr I. Now what will happen, all the value of array elements will be stored in sum, and we are going to print the sum of array element, sum of array elements equals to plus sum. So 10 number or 15 number, sum of 10 and 15 number simply we can find. No issue is there. Now compile it, and after compilation execute this program, and you can see the output. Sum of array element is 60. If you will add this number, you will get 60. So with the help of array we can do this type of task, and this is about the direct initialization. Now if you have to accept the value from user, then what you will do? Then you have to instantiate it with a new data type and size of an array. That is, suppose you have to give 10 size, so 10. Okay. Now you have to accept the value. For accepting the value, you need a package, either IO package or util package. So declare import java dot util dot star, and here scanner sc equals to new scanner dot in. Now I have to accept the value. What I will do, I will write a code for that. System dot out dot print ln enter a number. How many times this will execute? 10 times, and each time we will store the value in the array of I position. Means I is starting from 0, so array of I position. Array of I position. See, I is 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that it will store. And now if you want to print here, so we can print, no issue. We have 4 is also like this, int a in arr. We can print all the elements. System dot out dot print a. What I'm doing here, with the help of for each. For each statement is there in Java. To print the element, to work with the element of an array, we can use this statement also, or also you can use the loop. And no need to use the length here, simply 10 size is fixed, so simply we can write here 10. Execute this program. No need of this, remove this one. Compile it. No syntax error. Come here, execute this void main, enter a number 10 times it will execute. See, these are the element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So with the help of that, we can print the element also. And this is a new concept which is not given in the ICC class 10 book for each statement, but in Java it is given. So simply we can use this concept, and to accept the value, we can use these things. Next session, I will explain about the operations that we can perform in an array. Which type of operation, like searching, sorting, deleting, merging, copying. These are the operations that we can perform in an array. And next session, I will explain about that type of things. Okay.